Okay, in this section we're going to look at how to divide our page up. Most web pages don't just come with straightforward text from top to bottom if they're actually on a web page. Sometimes you have columns and you can put borders around little sections of the page. So what we're going to do is to split this page up into 4 sections, and so the top section is the header. Okay, and so that's going to be this bit here, where we're going to take the image of Shackleton and so I'm just going to pop this in here. Okay, and we do this using a div tag. Div id equals header. Okay, and then after that, where we want it to finish, there /div. Okay, so we know the div tag is finished. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm just going to tab that in that image so we can see that the divs nicely line up, and then we see where the beginning is and then the end div there. So id equals header and then div, and then this here is going to be our navigation bar. So what we do now is div id equals, and we're going to call that nav. Incidentally, if you paste some of this from the booklet, you may find that these individual quotation marks are slightly the wrong character for the marking engine, so it's best to put them in manually if you can. Okay, so there's my list, that's the nav, and I've got an end nav there, and then the rest of this is the container. So I've got div equals container, looks like that. All of this is in the container end div. Okay, so we can now see, yeah, in our work, I like to just tab these in just a fraction so that it's clear where the div tags are, so you can see that little line between the divs. That's quite helpful. One thing here is that the image later on needs to go before the heading, mainly because it's going on the right. So I'm just going to change that round. There you go. So I've got div, nav, and that. However, we want all of this to be in a wrapper so that we can stylize the whole thing if we want. So I'm going to do right at the top here, before the header, div id equals wrapper there, and then this lot here, I'll probably just tab it across. You can select the whole lot, just tab it all across. There it goes, and then here, end div. Should have been at the bottom, of course. Just tab that across. There you are. So I've got my container, my nav, my wrapper, and the whole thing of the header, and the whole thing within the wrapper. Okay, so that you can see that quite nicely there. Now, when you refresh the page, nothing's happened. The reason nothing's happened is because we have still yet to do anything on the page. We haven't actually formatted those divs at all yet, and our next job will be to do that. What I'm going to do first of all, however, is just select all of this HTML, copy it. So now select all my HTML, copy it, go into Learn Informatics, go to Layout 1, select for test, paste it in, and away we go. There we go. So that's the first part of the layout done. Next time we're going to look at how to apply CSS to that.